Yo, leave a comment right now predicting the World Series winner for the 2020 MLB playoffs. Feel free to leave in your comment your entire bracket, each matchup, the winner for that one, or a link, maybe a fill down bracket, anything like that. But in the comment section right now, let me know your predictions, especially the World Series winner. Maybe like, comments, and share the same prediction that you have. Going for 220 or more likes on this video. Subscribe if you guys are new. Feel free to follow on any of those social medias. Actually playing for minimum $1,000. Whoever wins the series that I'm playing today on Twitch, Twin Gaming TV on there, whoever wins the series guarantees themselves $1,000 and gets to play for a chance at a $9,000 prize pool. So Twin Gaming TV, 6 p.m. Eastern is when the first game starts, playing a doubleheader, best of 3 series. Go root me on twitch.tv/Twin Gaming TV today, 6 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to use code 20controlfreak.com if you guys want to. But the important thing for this video is leave in the comments your predictions for the 2020 MLB playoffs. I'm gonna do 2 different brackets in this video. The first one that I'm doing is a personal hope bracket, right? The teams that I want to see win each round, which is a toss-up, especially on the American League side. NL, it's more clear. I'm a Cardinals fan. That's where I get to shove my bias into a bracket, is that first one. And then the second bracket that I do is going to be my actual predictions. Keep in mind, I'm no expert. I'm a pretty casual baseball fan, but it's just going to be my actual predictions for that second bracket. And hopefully in the comment section and or description of this video, I should have a timestamp for when each bracket starts. Like I said, first bracket we're doing, which starts right now, is going to be my personal hope bracket. And I'm just going to start with the American League side, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to the NL side, but we're just going to fill that out, the entire American League one first. So in this first round, I would like to see the Blue Jays beat the Rays. I would really like to see the Blue Jays win that round. Second one, this is a toss-up for me, Indians, Yankees. I don't really feel too heavily one way or the other. I think overall I'd rather see the Indians beating the Yankees, but to me it doesn't really matter a ton. I would like to see guys like Stanton, Judge, Luke Voit, Gary Sanchez, Gleyber Torres, you know, guys like that in the playoffs. So I think that'd be pretty cool if the Yankees won, but also Lindor, Jose Ramirez, stuff like that for the Indians. I really don't mind who wins that series. Now, Twins versus Astros, 100% Twins. 100% I want Twins to win that round. I really want to see the Twins win that one. And then A's versus White Sox. This one's tough. I really don't care who wins this round. I would like to see both of these teams win this round. And I think overall, I would like to see the White Sox win a little bit more. But I'm going to be happy whoever wins that round. I'm going to be happy whoever wins that one. Kind of same with the Yankees and Indians, right? Now, let's just go to the division series here, and I'm gonna go with, I think I'd rather see the Blue Jays. I think I'd rather see the Blue Jays make it instead of the Indians. And then Twins versus White Sox, this is another one where I don't really care too much one way or the other. It doesn't really matter to me. I think I would rather see, oh man, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's go with White Sox, but I really don't. If that is the matchup, I will be happy either way. Now, if it's White Sox versus Astros or Athletics versus Astros, I would rather see one of these 2 teams win. But between the Twins and one of these 2 teams, it doesn't really matter to me. I think I'd be happy with both. Now, Blue Jays versus White Sox, I would like to see the Blue Jays winning it. I think that'd be pretty cool. So let's just go with my personal hope. Is it the Blue Jays? Shout out to Kevin. Make the World Series. Now on to the NL side. I would rather see the Brewers beat the Dodgers, number 1 versus number 8 seed. I think Brewers had a losing record, and I would rather see the Brewers win that matchup. Cardinals versus Padres. I'm a Cardinals fan. Like I said, this bracket is where I get to shove my Cardinals bias into the bracket. And then Cubs versus Marlins. I would like to see the Cubs win that series. And you guys might think that's weird. Same with the Brewers, maybe being a Cardinals fan. They're in the same division. But Reds versus Braves. I would like to see the Reds win that one. I would love it. I would love it if the division series for the NL was full of NL Central teams. If this happened, I would be happy. I think that'd be sick. Seeing all 4 teams being from the NL Central. I think that'd be really cool to see. Now let's just go with Brewers versus Cardinals. Obviously, Cardinals fan. I want the Cardinals to win that one. And then Cubs versus Reds. I think it would be more fun for me if the Cardinals were playing the Cubs. I think they might have a better chance versus the Reds, but I think it'd be more fun to watch them play the Cubs, especially if there were fans there, though, right? They got to play at Wrigley or Busch. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then Cardinals versus Cubs. I would like to see the Cardinals win that series. And then Cardinals versus Brewers, you already know. Cardinals are your 2020 World Series champions. I think that'd be really cool to see. I don't think it will happen. As a Cardinals fan, I don't have that much faith in us. We're not a really great hitting team this year. Same with last year. That's what almost lost us to the Braves, and then lost us to the Nationals. We just couldn't hit. I think we were bottom 5 last year, and probably this year too, in hitting. So I'm not super surprised, or I wouldn't be super surprised if we didn't make it and win the World Series. But again, this first bracket is what I would like to see, and I would like to see the Cardinals win the 2020 World Series. This is where my predictions start for who I think is actually going to win. And again, I'm no expert. These could all be wrong. I could literally get all of these wrong, and I would be a little bit surprised if I did, but I do not expect this bracket to be perfect. I don't expect this to be even close to perfect. So I'm going to start with the wild card series, just do the AL first and then the NL ones, and then move on to the division and then the championship just at the same time, do AL and NL for the same round and just move on that way. So first round, I think the Rays are going to beat the Blue Jays. I think it'd be cool if the Blue Jays won, but I think the Rays are going to pull through on that series. And I really don't want to go with the higher seed for each matchup. You know, I don't think that will happen, and I don't want that to be how I base my predictions either. But for this one, I do think the number 1 seed is going to take over the number 8. Yankees versus Indians. I personally feel like this could be a toss-up either way. I would like, honestly, I don't really mind who wins the series. If I had to choose and put money on it, it's still tough, but I'm going to go with Yankees, right? I'm going to go with Yankees. It's really tough to say. I would not be surprised, okay? Let me just say this. I would not be surprised at all if the Indians won this series, especially because they played good this season, but they're riding a big hot streak. They have a lot of momentum going into the playoffs, and if the Indians do come on top and ruin this part of my predictions, I wouldn't be super surprised. But for now, I'm going to go with Yankees, and we'll see what happens. Twins versus Astros, especially with Verlander out, I'm going to go with Twins. I hope the Twins win that series, and that's who I'm predicting in both of my brackets. Now, Athletics versus White Sox. I truly do think this series could go either way. I think the White Sox win it, though. I'm going to go with, it's so hard. And I feel like, especially these 3 rounds are going to be hard to tell. I think the Twins beat the Astros, but specifically these 2, Yankees versus Indians, White Sox versus Athletics, it's really hard for me to say. This is what I'm going with. I'm choosing the lower seed in each one, which is probably a bad idea, but we'll see what happens. Now for the NL wildcard round, Dodgers versus Brewers. I don't think the Dodgers lose that. They had one of the best records in the MLB. I don't know about the best. I actually should have checked that before watching this, but they have one of the best records, and they have one of the best teams in the MLB, so I think they're going to win that one. The Cardinals versus Padres. To me, this comes down to if the Cardinals hitters show up or not. They've been showing up a little bit more recently as the season's coming to a close, but it seems like they can't consistently show up, and Padres, their hitters have seemed to consistently show up a lot recently, and I'm going to go with Padres beating the Cardinals. It saddens me to say that, but I'm going to root against my Cardinals in my actual predictions bracket. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong with this, but I just see the Padres winning that series. Cubs versus Marlins. I think this one could probably go either way. I wouldn't be super surprised if it did. Cubs have been an early favorite of mine all year. People have been asking me, predictions and stuff, and I've been going with the Cubs, and I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move to stick with the Cubs here. I would like to see the Marlins win. I think it'd be fun if they did, but I think the Cubs are going to win here. And then Braves versus Reds. I think this series could go either way. I truly do. Reds have great pitching. They got some good hitters. Oh, man. This is tough. This is tough. I think I'm going to go with Braves here. It's hard to say. Again, with a lot of these, including this one, I would not be surprised if my prediction was wrong, though. I would not be surprised if the Reds pulled through with a victory versus the Braves, but I'm going to go Braves here. Now to the division series rounds, Rays versus Yankees. I'm going to go Yankees. You know, Rays got a great team, but I'm going to go Yankees here. It might be stupid, but I'm going to go Yankees to beat the Rays. And then Twins versus White Sox. I think this will be, if this series happens, I think it will be a really fun series to watch. And I'm going to go with the Twins just putting up a lot of home runs, hitting a lot of home runs, and outscoring the White Sox and winning that series. Now, on the NL side, Dodgers were my favorite to win the World Series all year. Since the season started, I've been actually saying Dodgers versus Yankees. I don't know if that's what I'll go with today. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to go with Dodgers over the Padres in this round. And then Cubs, same with the Dodgers. All year I've been pretty much thinking that the NLCS is going to be Cubs versus Dodgers, and I'm gonna stick with that. I like the Cubs right now. I'm gonna stick with that. And now for the championship series, Yankees versus Twins. It's tough. Oh man, this is hard. I really like the AL. I feel like is so hard for me to predict right now. I really don't know. I feel like the Yankees might not even win round one, and here I have them potentially making the World Series. I'm going to go with Yankees here. Oh, man. I don't know if I like this, though. I'm going to go with the Yankees, but I'm prefacing this pick by saying I don't know if I like this. I feel like the Yankees could even lose this first round, but that's what I'm going with. And then I'm going Dodgers versus Cubs. The Dodgers have such a good team. I'm going to go Dodgers versus Yankees for the World Series, apparently. And Yankees versus Dodgers. Dodgers have been my favorite all year. I'm going to stick with that. And there are my predictions for the 2020 MLB playoffs. I have the Dodgers taking down the Yankees in the World Series. And again, I just want to say, I feel like this could be just completely wrong. There's a lot of matchups and rounds where I think it could go either way. Honestly, I feel like, to me, every round could go the other way except for Dodgers versus Brewers. I don't see the Brewers beating the Dodgers, but I could see the Blue Jays upsetting the Rays. I could see the Indians beating the Yankees. I could probably see the Astros beating the Twins. However, I think Twins do got a good team, and with Verlander being out and everything, Astros hitters struggling a little bit this year. I think this is hopefully a solid choice, but I could see it going either way. Athletics versus White Sox. I really don't know who's going to win that series. I have no idea. I'm going with White Sox, but I really have no idea. Braves, Reds, same thing. I really don't know. Cubs, I think will edge out the Marlins, but I could see the Marlins winning it. And then Cardinals versus Padres. I think it just depends on if the Cardinals bats show up. And I think this will be a very hard postseason to accurately predict what happens. I don't think this will be accurate. I hope it is just for my sake, but we'll see. And I can't wait to see your predictions down in the comments. I hope to see some of you guys on Twitch, Twin Gaming TV tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I can't wait to see your predictions in the comments. Peace out.